He was laughing. He was laughing at
Oh
me.
my God, because he's very shy.
And then he was like, he goes, well, let me tell you exactly what we do here. And I was like, I've watched it. I know already, but okay, you can tell me everything. And he also makes you just feel so comfortable, like, and secure. And he was the first, and I did see years ago, I went and saw a periodontist when, right after I had my son, and I started having a little bit more, I had some problems and before that. And, he told me that it was going to cost me $80,000 and he couldn't guarantee that it would work. So I looked at him and I said, I just had a baby who's going to go to college.
Yeah.
And I plan to have more.
Yeah.
So that's a no.
Yeah.
If you can't guarantee it, that's a no.
Yeah. What was he even going to do? Because
he was going to do bone reconstruction and then each implant separately.
Which would have taken a long time.
A long time.
That's the best thing I think about Forever Smile is that it's one and done. You know, just you don't have to keep going back. You just you go back to change.
Right. For cleanings and during the healing process,
but it's not like you have to. The process does not take a year or 2 years, where a lot of
and the healing wasn't as bad as you would think it would be. When they say a soft diet, I was eating.
Exactly.
In the beginning, I think exactly. That's exactly it. You're eating a soft diet anyway if you're suffering with this, right? So my biggest thing was, I think it's more fear in your head.
Yes.
Like you kind of, I tend to overthink.
That because the biggest thing, really, why people don't have this.
I'm so sorry. He's in you.
That's adorable.
Is fear of the pain, fear of the recuperation. That's one of the biggest reasons that people will hold off on this. And when I hear from patients that compared to like a root canal that they had much more pain and any extraction or anything like that compared to this procedure.
I didn't even take pain pills.
Say, well,
I took no pain medication other than an Advil.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you were, well, that's the whole thing that people are so afraid. Am I going to have to take weeks off?
And I think what they prescribed, I think I had to take the steroid, the dose pack or something maybe.
Oh, okay.
But that was it. And that's more for the swelling, not for.
Oh, for the swelling.
Yeah.
Did you swell?
No.
Did you
I did. I kind of did swell a little bit. I looked like I did when I was pregnant.
A little puffy.
I have a picture that I can show you.
But not like horrible where you couldn't go out.
No, and my bruising wasn't bad at all either. I got more yellow. That was easier to cover up because my procedure took place on March 15th. My mom's 90th birthday was March 21st.
Nice.
And she wanted me to come to the nursing home, and she was having a party with like 20 of her friends that I was like kind of hosting. My husband, myself, and my daughter went.
She's 90 and has 20 alive friends. That's pretty good.
In the nursing home.
Okay.
They're all, she's Queen Bee there. And in that photo, I'm a little yellow, but nothing that I really couldn't cover up with makeup. I'm just not a big makeup girl.
Yeah.
So, but it was, great. The healing wasn't bad at all. I followed everyone's advice and watching the videos on YouTube, watching the commercials. A lot of them say, like I sat up, I slept on my couch that first night. So I kind of sat, just leaning on the armrest.
Right.
And that helped, I guess, with the swelling. Yeah.
Huh. Is there anything in those videos that you would have liked to see that you didn't?
I think a little bit more about the recovery. Don't be afraid of eating. When they say soft diet, you've been on it anyway. So just continue that. You can have soft pastas. I made a lot of ditalini. I made a lot of orzo. I had the chicken soup. I'm not big with the chunks of chicken that are in the soup, so I didn't eat that part. But the vegetables, anything, just make it softer.
So the recovery part is what you would like to have seen more.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like people don't get into that part.
And that's a really important part because that's a fear.
And it's a big emotional part.
Yeah, of course.
It's a really big emotional part. I mean, there were times where during the recovery I went into the bathroom and cried, but then I smiled in the mirror and laughed.
Why did you cry?
I think it's the fear of having everything pulled out.
Yes. So I have heard that. Yes. And giving up your teeth.
Yeah.
When they're going to come out anyway. In time, probably.
But these are,
they're yours.
Right. And the feeling of the change. How is it going to feel? Are they going to feel natural? Am I going to feel natural? Am I going to be comfortable eating? Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, well, we're going to need to hear that in 2 seconds. You ready?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. I was going to ask you to introduce yourself, but you're already rolling. But that's okay. Tell us your name, your family, where we are, just to get rolling.
Well, my name is Virginia. We're in my home. I live in Lindenhurst. I'm 54 years old. I have 2 beautiful, great kids, Timothy and Frankie. Timothy's 20, about to be 21. Frankie's 19. In St. Pete's right now, at college. And she's just Frankie. She'll tell you that.
That's her full name?
That Frankie Rose.
Oh, that's such a great name.
Yes. She, I always loved the name Frankie. If I had a girl, my in-laws were a little like, really?
Yeah.
And I was like, yep. So,
That's great.
yes. She's 19 and in St. Pete's, going to school at Eckerd College. My husband, Martin, is the love of my life. He's the one that said, go for it with Forever Smile. He's the one that said, you'll never know unless you try. Unless they tell you no. It's, you take the chance. I'll hold your hand through it. And he did. The whole time. The whole entire time. He did not hesitate to call wherever he needed to, find out about payments and how we had to do it. And he made it happen. He did.
It's amazing. You're a lucky woman.
And I am completely blessed. I thank God every day.
Oh, my God.
Every day. He is. He's my hero. Even though everyone in New York thinks he's a hero, he's mine. He belonged to me.
I love that. We can cut right now and be done.
He did, but he gave me the courage to go through with it. Because it's more of a vanity thing. People are scared. They're scared to walk in and be judged. They're scared to... it's just embarrassing. They think. But at Forever Smile, it's not. They make you feel comfortable from the first phone call. I made my appointment online. The next day, Alexa called me and welcomed me. They saw my appointment was booked. She welcomed me right away over the phone. Who gets that? I know. Who gets that? She put me on a list that if anyone canceled, because I told her what I was going through, that she would get me in sooner without a problem. I said, any day, whatever's going on, I will make it work. I need to get in there. She was wonderful. She did call me, and I did get in earlier. And from the moment I walked in, I was comfortable. Comfortable. They have a way of, I said to them, you guys are a family here. That's how it feels. They love each other. It looks like such a fun place to work. I even told my daughter, I said, if you stop with film, I got a place for you. Because she's a people person. She loves people as well. She would love it there. But they are, and they bring you in. You're a part of their family. From the moment they do your scans, you sit in the chair. Dr. Vibert walked in. Couldn't believe it was the man. I got the man. The man. And he was wonderful. He examined me. He made me feel like a person. He made me feel confident that this could be, that I was totally a candidate for this to happen. And then once my husband heard that, we walked out, talked to Gabrielle, and he said, book it. That's it. Not a second thought in his head. And I looked at him like, are you sure? Are you sure? I don't know if I could do this. And he was like, you can do this. This is a guarantee. You're going to be comfortable for the rest of your life. And at 54 years old, I got a lot of life ahead of me.
Yes.
So,
Wow. So you knew, so you didn't walk out and say, oh, let's try someplace else.
no, not a doubt in my mind. I did see someone else before Forever Smile.
How did that make you feel?
Like a number, not a person. All they did was talk about the money, the financial part, like they would giving me a bargain. It was not comfortable, not as friendly, not as welcoming, not as feeling like you were home, like you were with people that knew you forever. That's how it feels. It really does. They took me in, not just Gabby, the whole entire staff there, every single one there. They take you in. Even Lacey and Paige, they work in the billing department. They helped me with insurance information. Anytime I called, they got back to me. Anytime. Lacey was like, I'm on it. Me and Paige are on it. What are they telling you we need? We'll resend. We'll help you. Mm-hmm. It was great. The whole experience has been amazing.
Wow. That was a good intro there. Thank you. Let's just go back a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your history and the problems that you had leading up to your Forever Smile.
Okay. I want to say it started about 15 years ago. My son was about to be 5. It might have been a little earlier than that, but I had problems with the front 4 teeth on my bottom. I went to the dentist and he said that the gums were receding so terribly that they needed to be pulled out. That nothing was going to stop the pain and the discomfort that I had. I had those pulled out and he built me a 10-tooth bridge. So I had 3 teeth on each side of the bottom filed down to support the bridge and to replace the front 4 teeth. It was about not even a full year later. Now my son is 6, my daughter is 5, and they pulled out my front top 4 teeth. And with that, I had a partial denture put in. Not fun. Not fun at all. The bridge on the bottom wasn't terrible. Things would get stuck because obviously the front 4 teeth didn't meet my gum line. But you never knew how you were going to look with after eating if something got caught and you didn't feel it, because it was a partial, it hooked in, so it wasn't fun. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It was immediately after eating. No matter where I was, I'd have to go into the bathroom, wait for people to leave the bathroom. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm telling you this. To take it out and rinse it in the sink. No. These don't come out though. These are forever. So.
Wow, that's quite a memory that stays in your head.
It's 15 years. I went through it. So when Dr. Vibert said, you are absolutely a candidate, we can help you. Of course I was, really? Are you sure? My husband was, you're doing this. And the more I spoke to them, and they totally took their time with me. It wasn't like you went in for your scans and they rushed through, what they can do for you. And then you meet with Gabby to talk about, the surgery and, booking it and finances and all of that. It wasn't like that at all. He sat there and said, what questions do you have for me? What can I do to make you feel more comfortable? What can I do to let you know that I got this, you got this, we got this? And that's exactly how it was.
And what was your fear, your biggest fear at that point? Was it financial? Was it the pain? What was it?
All of the above.
Okay, so tell me about that.
All of the above. The finance part was But my husband said, it's not a worry. Came home, took care of it. Just like that.
And
Just like that.
Smile helped you with the financing, you said.
And they did. Paige and Lacey, with anything that I needed to go through with insurance. They emailed me the statements the billing statements to send in. They make you just feel comfortable with everything. It's like, I don't know how to thank them. I don't.
Well, this is you thanking them.
I don't know. I don't even know if this is even enough for what they've given me. Really. My kids, for 15 years, have watched me. My husband, for 15 years, have watched me. My family's known, immediate family, his side, my side. They've known, but not the full extent of everything that I would go through. And my kids and my husband lived it with me. So
But having it yourself, no one knows. People that do not have teeth problem have no idea what someone like you and so many other people go through, and what it does for your self-esteem and the eating and the smiling and the cleaning out.
that's what I mean about thanking them. How do you thank them for this forever smile? Forever not worrying. Forever not being in pain. Forever not having to take antibiotics to stop infections. It's life-changing, and I don't know how to thank them. Or my husband. They changed my life, but they changed theirs too. Because they're not watching their mommy suffer anymore. So, it's amazing. They're amazing. And I want people to know, don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. I know the vanity feeling. I know the fear of going to weddings, going to parties, going out just to eat with your husband or your friends, and having to leave the room because you're feeling uncomfortable. The pressure's starting to build up under that partial denture or that full denture. I know the feeling. Go. They'll help you. They make you feel comfortable. They do everything in their power. It kind of makes you feel like they've gone through it. That's how they come across to you. Like they've gone through it, and they do go through it with you. They're there with you every step of the way, whether it's a phone call, whether it's an email. They checked up on me. They sent me beautiful flowers the next day. It was amazing. Amazing. They called me for a week. I was on the phone with Heather or texting with Heather for a week. Dr. Joseph, after the procedure was over, I said, I'm embarrassed. I don't want, my husband's never seen me with nothing in my mouth. He goes, he can come in. He said, you're full of gauze. You can't see anything. He goes, and I'll translate for you. Don't worry. My husband walked in, kissed me. I have a picture that my husband took of me right after the procedure. And my husband said to me, babe, I don't understand what you're saying. Dr. Joe said, oh, she wants to know what time Frankie's flight is. Because my daughter was coming home from college the same day to spend the weekend with me after my procedure. Yeah.
Amazing. Beautiful family.
I need to get a tissue. I got to get myself together. Woof. And then talk about the crouton, because the crouton is the best.
The croutons. The croutons are the best part. Do you have croutons here?
I might.
We might be eating them later.
Okay. I might. I got to check.
Well, it'd be kind of odd if she's just eating croutons.
A salad.
Yeah, a little salad.
Snacking on.
I don't know if I have stuff for a salad. We didn't do Costco yet. Is it okay that I'm holding tissue?
Of course,
Okay.
of course. Let's talk about the procedure itself, because a lot of people are very fearful of the procedure and all the things that go with it. Being put to sleep, having your teeth taken out. So, what were your fears going into the procedure?
All of the above. It was fear of anesthesia, fear of not knowing what was going on, fear of waking up, saying that it didn't work. But that did not happen. as you can see. But these are the thoughts that people normally would have. I mean, all of the normal result, how's the bleeding going to be? How are the stitches in your mouth? How are the teeth going to sit? How long will I be like this? The healing. It was not even a day.
And talk to me about having the teeth pulled, because you mentioned that, and that's a big thing with people. So what was that fear about?
Just losing your own. How they were going to feel after the fact. I mean, this part of your body. It's your teeth. It's your teeth. And I had 18 teeth pulled out in this procedure. They weren't great teeth, of course. They were, brittle and broken, but they were mine.
And so what would you say to somebody now that they would say, I don't know that I can have my personal teeth pulled out? That must be, that's a weird concept. What would you say to somebody that's their biggest fear?
I think I would tell them it's normal to feel that way, and it's okay. But how much pain are you in? How often do you have to take antibiotics? How often do you have to go into the bathroom and remove your dentures to rinse your mouth because the food is getting stuck or the glue isn't sticking and you're talking to someone and it's falling down? You can do it. You can do it. You can get past all of that. You'll never have to do it again. You'll never have pain like you have. You'll never have that discomfort, that embarrassing feeling, wondering, is something not right? I feel the left side sliding. You'll never have that again. You'll be able to enjoy a meal, even if it's at your own kitchen table. You'll be able to enjoy that meal. And you'll be so thankful.
Tell me.
I would even walk people through it. I would. You need a hand to hold. I'd come and hold their hand. But you wouldn't even need me because they're all there for you. All of them. They're all there for you.
So we were talking about the food a minute ago. So what's your favorite thing to eat now?
Okay, well, I'm going to tell the story there first. So I would watch a lot of the infomercials, especially before my procedure. I watched YouTube a lot of your filming of other patients that had gone through the Forever Smile process. And they always spoke about eating steak afterwards. So, of course, after getting my Forever Smile, we went and had steak. And I cut it up, and it was delicious, and it was easy to eat, and it was great. But the best part was right before that steak came, I had a Caesar salad, and I ate a crouton. And people might think that that's silly, but it was the best crouton ever. And I cried through eating that salad. And my husband and my daughter and my son laughed hysterically at me because it was just a crouton, but it wasn't just a crouton to me. It was something that I haven't been able to eat in 15 years or longer. And I didn't have to wait for it to get all soggy in dressing. I was able to really crunch into it. So that was my big thing. And somebody in the future with Forever Smile might have their big thing. But a steak was good. I agree with all of them. Steak was great. Biting into a hamburger. I went on a cruise 3 days after my Forever Smile was placed in, and I ate everything. I had pizza. I had cookies. I had everything that I couldn't have before. Not so much like pizza I could eat. I just couldn't eat the crust. I was afraid to eat the crust with what I had in my mouth. I'm not afraid of anything now. I bit into an apple. Haven't done that. The crouton's better, though.
How did you feel smiling on that cruise?
Oh, my gosh. It was great. We actually purchased a photo thing that they had. And we had photo shoots. So it was great. It was something that I haven't been able to do. And they gave this to me. I don't know how to thank them. Really, I could say that a million times. I don't know how to thank them. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about waking up from the surgery, and then the recuperation. So when you woke up, tell me, what was that like?
I felt like I was asleep for 5 minutes. I think it was a 6-hour procedure, but I felt like 5 minutes. Heather and Dr. Joseph and Dr. Vibert were there. Dr. Vibert gave me a high five and said that I did great. Dr. Joseph he's such a peach. Like, he's a love, really. He really is. He is sweet. He was sweet on the phone calling me. I think he called me the day before or 2 days before the procedure to walk me through what was going to go on. He was wonderful. And he stayed with me till I was fully awake, till one other tech that must have been part of the procedure while I was having it done, she needed to take photos before I left. And he actually stayed through all of that to make sure that I was comfortable and steady. He was my husband's translator, like I said. Yeah, he translated for my husband because my husband couldn't understand me.
So I know a lot of places, no other place, I believe, except for Forever Smile, where you actually wake up with your permanent teeth in your mouth.
Yes.
You walk out with teeth.
Yes.
So what was that like, waking up with teeth?
That was amazing. I did that a lot. Like, I was like rolling my tongue across my teeth, like, how did they do that? Even though I knew it was going to happen, like they, make you feel very secure and reassure you that you are waking up with teeth in your mouth. And you do.
Did you look in that mirror?
I did look in the mirror. I was a little out of it. I was better in the car where I drove home with the visor down and my husband just laughing at me.
And what did that feel like? What did that look like?
It was amazing. They were beautiful. I actually didn't realize that they were just going to be my temps, that they were my Forever Smile. And I was just like, wow, they're pretty. They're pretty,
Like little jewelry in there.
Yeah. I'll make you laugh, though. I went back a week later to check that, how the stitches were healing up and things like that. And Dr. Vibert wasn't happy with the first set. And they don't usually change out your set after the surgery. And they had another set of teeth there. So she goes, okay, so we're going to switch you out today. And I was like, my surgery's only a week ago. And she said, well, he must have not liked them. And then he came in and he told me he didn't like the I guess the way they were centered, or I thought they looked great. But he said, nope. And he switched them out. And then he said, much better. Now smile for me. He goes, now I want pictures. And that's when I took. So I guess they got rid of the first ones because Dr. Vibert did not like them. I was fine with it. But yeah, he's very particular with things like that. Like, if you could feel fine and be comfortable, but if he sees something off, no. Yes, much so a perfectionist. But made you, like, I was comfortable with the other ones. I was like, what are you seeing? And he was just like, they just didn't fit the way I wanted them to. I didn't like the way, whatever it was. I don't even think he ever pointed out what he didn't like, other than that one time with, like, the center. He kind of felt like, they weren't centered to my nose or something. But
so what was the healing process like when you came home? And
it wasn't terrible. My husband actually had to leave to go and pick up my daughter from the airport because she was coming home for spring break that weekend. I slept, right, on my couch, very comfortable. I didn't take any pain meds. I didn't need any. I took an Advil probably. Other than that, nothing.
Tell me about
Nothing.
any swelling or bruising.
I had a little bit of swelling, not much at all. I didn't have black and blue bruising. I had some yellow, probably, a little on my like lower cheeks and a little on like my jawline, but nothing. I was out the next day. Went to the food store with my husband, thinking that I would need to get all these soft foods, but I was eating these soft foods the whole entire time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
15 years I was eating soft food. So it really wasn't much of a change. I made ditallinis, I made orzo pasta. My husband really made them for me. He really spoiled me. He was home for like maybe 4 or 5 days into the procedure. So, after the procedure, and my kids were home with me because they were both on spring break, and they
got to take care of their mama.
But you don't really need to be taken care of. Mm-hmm. That was my experience. Everyone is different. Yeah. I did take the treatment though. I liked it. They spoiled me, my kids and my husband. But other than that,
their whole lives,
yeah.
Right?
Other than that, it was more. I felt great. I did. There were a few times where, during the healing process, as soon as you're able to water pick, that was the best. During that healing process, I was water picking after everything I ate. So they tell you, 2 or 3 times a day is okay. I was doing like 5. I loved it. Actually, I might have even helped my healing. It might have even helped because it was on the lowest level, the water pick. It was before they gave me mine. I actually used, they said that I had one at home, and as long as it was on the lowest setting. But then when they gave me theirs, that was it. Now it was a handheld, easier than the wire being attached to the little machine. It's handheld. I was going crazy with it. Going crazy. The water pick is the best part.
You need that one. You have one with no wire?
Yeah.
Oh, because the wire on mine keeps crimping. It's bad.
Mine too. So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
They gave that to me. That was a gift. A gift from Forever Smile. You get your water pick, and it's the best day. And everybody kind of cheers you on, too. Like, it's water pick day when you first walk in. It's great. The things that make you happy after the procedure.
And, you said that when you got your permanence in, what was that? Like you said, everybody showed up. I didn't know.
Everyone showed up. Okay, so Dr. Vibert had me come in. It was 3 days before I was leaving for my cruise. And I got my permanence put in. And the next thing you know, I turn around and Gabby's in the room. And Alexa came in the room. And the techs, I don't know all of their names, but I love them all. Every single one of them that touched me and came into the room. They all showed up. Heather, the nurse, Dr. Vibert was there. We did a group hug. And it was amazing. And that's what I mean about the family part. That's what I mean. They were like this from the beginning. I would walk in and everybody would call me Jen. That's my nickname. So and my family calls me Jen. So it was like I would walk in and I would walk to the front desk and, say hi to everybody. And they'd be like, hey, Jen, how you feeling? How you doing? It looks beautiful. Smile for us again. Can't get over that smile. Neither can I would tell them. Neither can I. But they were awesome. All of them. I can't thank them. This is where it gets emotional again because I don't know how to thank them. I don't know if there's anything in the world what they've given me and my family. Because again, I would suffer, they would suffer. I mean, my daughter would come into the bathroom with me and like play lookout, sit, hover over the sink. If I had to rinse my partial, yeah. She would like look out or walk into the bathroom right after me and be like, Mom, somebody's coming. Because she wouldn't want me to be embarrassed. I never have to go through that again, though.
Because?
I have a forever smile. And I love them all. I do. I love them all. And I love it. I'm comfortable. I can eat anything. I'm not afraid to eat. That's huge. How many times you go to a wedding and you're not sure what to order, you know? If they're even giving you a choice.
Right.
I don't have to worry about that anymore. I could eat anything. If I could eat a crouton, I could eat anything.
You want you to eat some salad. Jen, you did amazing. Amazing.
Thanks.
I can't thank you enough because that was the best interview. Thank you. Before we wrap this part up, you said so many amazing things, but is there anything that you didn't say or that you want to say or that we didn't get to talk about?
Did I say thank you enough?
You did.
Okay.
How about someone that wants to, or on the fence about pulling the trigger to get it or not?
Don't hesitate. Go. Go. I'm sure that they've gone to other places because they've been in pain and have been told there's nothing that we can do other than a denture or go. The Forever Smile, Pure Dental, they can help you. They will make you feel so comfortable. I promise you that. I promise you that. I know exactly what they're feeling. I was embarrassed to walk in. I'm 54 years old. I was embarrassed to walk in. Don't wait till you're in pain again. Don't wait for that next antibiotic to have to be prescribed. Go. They will help you, and you will be so comfortable with every part of it. Even the scans first walking in. And you have nothing to lose. Because if you choose not to go through with it, that's your loss. They do the scans for free. Your consult is for free. They make you feel comfortable from the moment you walk in the door. I can't say that enough. Why? Why go through this? Why go through suffering when there's a solution? The whole staff there is your solution.
That's amazing.
I don't know how else I could tell someone, go for it. Go for it. Build up the courage that you don't even need. Hello, honey.
Cut.
You missed
Perfect
an
timing.
amazing interview.